Let us continue playing Vidaka's Dungeon, where sooner or later somebody has to die so I can actually have a new team of rookies to grind through and do Operation Temps in Vidaka again. But until that happens, we carry on regardless. And what we're about to do with this very specialized against this boss party is attempt to deal with the unstable flesh. The plan: Zelios, Plague Doctor with, of course, the Plague Grenade, which is a double hitting target, which will do an extra 10 damage to the boss because of the way the Blight works. Also has the Poison Herb just to ensure he can get around any plague resistance it may or may not have. And the Ancestor's Bottle will undo the slight hit point penalty and give him a bit of a bonus, actually. So Huzzah can keep doing what he does for a little while, although he is kind of useless outside of that. Still has the Disorienting Blast, though, which may or may not be useful at some stage. A stun skill, always kind of helpful. Here, though, we have the Hound Harry, which is, of course, the main recommendation, or at least it was to me, and I see why. It's basically 2 points of bleed damage to all 4 components at the same time, 8 points of additional damage to all of them anyway. It's a good skill, hence we're going to keep it. We also have here Crockery, similar reasons here. He does a lot of bleed damage. I've given him Battle Ballads as opposed to Inspiring Tune, because I didn't realise it only affected him. Not necessarily the end of the world, but if he does end up at the back, we prefer him to, you know, buff the party a little bit rather than be generally useless. Here was a little stuck, and then figured, you know what, we'll take Finish Him, because that gives him a third ranged ability, so he can hit the third line if he needs to. Obviously, he's got Come Hither as well, so we could always have pulled him in, but that's not going to work really against the flesh and does very little damage anyway. So he has 3 damaging moves against the front 3 in the party, and of course has the Brawler's Gloves and Crescendo Box, which is my usual sort of start. But he is my head damage dealer, and he's only doing a maximum of 18. I'm not sure the party's got it going on really in terms of damage output, but we'll see how things go. So, let's provision up. I think I also put Shadowhawk in for curing one of his minor conditions. I think Calm was the one. We're going to save the Dog Treats, obviously, for the final encounter. Possibly an encounter beforehand if we need it. Anti-Venom, take 2 of these so we don't have to carry as much food. Which is why I'm going to take a stack of 12 at this stage. Stack of Torches and an extra 4 just to tide us over. Extra Key, extra Shovel. What have I not taken? No, I've got everything. For some reason it seemed as if I was missing a thing, but I guess I'm used to having an item in that third slot and not in the same order as that. So, embark.
I could not store such a prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was by unnameable things from outer spheres. When excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal.
Yep. It was a brilliant plan, except for one thing. Now we have to deal with it.
Terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
So, of course, we now know the boss is in this bottom corner, because it's always the furthest away from where you start. So we're going to go straight in the middle, bop, 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 and probably deal with the boss straight away. You know, straight away once we dealt with everything else that's on this team. Accusation! I don't remember it being a massive stress-dealing boss, so we should be okay for that. We have Blinding Gas for stress, of course, but I think at this stage we're going to over-plague them. So there's the 5. This is very much a party set up to be Death of 1,000 Stings. And that's certainly how I'm going to play it. This is 8 damage there. You are dead, sir. I can pull you closer if I wanted to. Do I want to? Not sure. In fact, because I'm not sure, I'm just going to go and kill you.
As the fiend falls,
Hooker it hurts. Dodged. It's got a high dodge chance, this team as well, which is always nice. Hound Harry. Crit free. Okay, so you're taking 7 damage. You're out. And that means this'll work. And stack yet more bleed. See, the team I actually like. This it's just, unfortunately, it's not got the direct you're dead in 1 round tricks going on. Which is the only thing I would say against it. It also doesn't have a lot of healing. Double stun and death. And a bit of extra food. Okay, 1 curiosity in the packs, which contains loot.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
And in we go. Okay, Outlaw Bloodletter, they are surprised. Okay, Plague Grenade at the back. Harvest Time in the middle. I think I will go for a stun here. And I could probably have a reasonable chance of killing one of these. You're probably the more dangerous. Fortunately resisted, so he will survive. I think he would have survived anyway, even with the bleed, but still. He's out next round, so this is the only time he's going to be able to hit us. 10 damage total. They're certainly livable. Slice and dice. That's a little less livable.
In a single strike.
But more harvest.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You're out. Gonna go for another stun. And we still did 6 damage actually for a stun effect, so that wasn't too bad. Hound Rush. 10 and bleed. I was about to say, do I even have an ability that will hit the front? This is the thing, I don't have Noxious Blast on him, but I do have this. And because he's already got just 120 stun resist currently up.
Dazed, reeling.
Ow. And bleed. That's what I don't have. I knew I was missing something. And you can't heal yourself either. Oh, he does have Noxious Blast, actually. Ugh. Well, we stacked a lot of damage on him.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Now that leaves this. Normally be inclined to get rid of that. Alright, we know we're going to need to feed you, so let's do it. That'll offset some of the bleed damage that's coming in. The whole 12 of it. You're already kind of bleeding, and we actually get some contents.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
And here comes some scout reports. So, curiosity, curiosity, curiosity. I think we want to go in the middle just because it gives us more visible locations. I'm quite glad we gave you an overall hit point buff. And again, I'm not going to torch you up just because I might still rest at this stage. Another scout report. There we go, that's what we were looking for. So yeah, up and down, I guess, is the way we're going to do this. I think we do want to put some torches up, though. As fun as it is to always go without them, I think I want to be safe on this one. Okay, what's coming up? Nothing at the moment. Right. I think we'll save for some for food here, but I'm going to use 2. You're still full. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's move in. We do have some holy water, so we can deal with that altar, which I think will give us some benefit. We might even cure ourselves of a negative trait. Depending. Plague Grenade, then. Yeah, you thought you were vomiting before, but now! Bleed. Okay, 8 damage there. You are dead next round. And you didn't hit us this round. Munch! How much damage can you do? You can kill this. You didn't, but... They're doing a really poor job at hitting us, aren't they? I might as well go for the Hound Rush at the back. Which does get a double kill there.
A
Alright.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Only target that's left is you. Everything else should die in due course. Could have gone for a Cry Havoc, but we're not at that. We don't need the stress heal just yet. 500 gold for 500 gold is always a willing trade. We do not need that many torches anymore.
A blazing star is born.
Thin-blooded quirk removed. I actually should have checked which person needed it, but hey, we still get a benefit to one of our better guys. It's always nice to have some people that are close to having no flaws. Do I want to rest? No, actually, we will get advance on. Go through the secret door. Trigger the hunger. That's a little annoying. Great treasures. Okay. So one replaces there. One replaces the 500, and one shall replace. I think I can afford to replace the key at this point because we know we've got no treasure rooms coming up. I'm going to gamble and say we didn't find any. There's no obstacles we have to worry about on the way down, so we don't need shovels. And I think we're okay for food as well, so I'm quite content to do that. Okay, so 110. You've got a 100% chance. It's probably worth having you do this just to try and get some minor stress relief at the back. This room is apparently empty, which I'm okay with. Right, camping time.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight.
So I think we will go for the heal because we do need it. We don't have any diseases to worry about. We can, however, prevent nighttime ambush, so we shall definitely do that. So one companion gains accuracy and crit chance. Now, I don't know whether plan takedown only works on size on targets like them, so I'm actually going to boost your accuracy and crit chance there. I'm going to boost your accuracy and crit chance because that's the one we need, really. And what else have I got available? Minus stress damage. I can cure blight and disease. I can give disease resistance to somebody. Or actually, self I can give for disease resistance to, which might not be a bad play, actually. I don't think we have to worry about stress, so I'm just going to make sure you have less chance of getting a disease. And since we don't have anything else, we shall rest. Let us carry on. We are low on food, but that's not a massive concern. Stashed heirlooms.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Indeed. But we do like our blood. Right,
The way is lit. The path is clear.
So there's no other encounters really other than what's here. Oh, we've got another one. That's really lucky actually on this run. So we gain 2 negative trait icons, which we'll have a look at who needs that in a moment.
To a killing blow.
I wouldn't have said that was a killing blow as such, but we're in for the old gods. Don't bleed. And finally we get some dodging. Okay, harvest time. It's a good bleed skill, which actually does a good amount of damage, actually. That, I think, is more the appeal of that skill. I'm going to stun you, because you haven't had a move yet. Crit stun 9, back you go. It's not enough to finish him, but if we hound Harry, it probably is.
Precision and power.
1 out. 2 out. Yeah, you're the only person who can attack now. And you'll hit for free. I'm surprised he resisted the bleed. He does have a reduction because of the bloody dice. Alright. Hound, go for the blood. You've still got a small amount of time to go on that. I'll go for a stun attack on you just because. And it still does 7. Dance! And Noxious Blast for the kill. Right.
At least promises success.
Grab those. Torch up. Onyx is worth more than that. This is worth more than that. 1, 1. And that will have to do. So, negative traits. Who would we like to lose one? I mean, we could lose your off guard, which is the last one left, and it is a crit trait. Could get rid of one of yours. None of them are particularly terrible. You have claustrophobia, which would be a nice thing to get rid of. Unquiet mind wouldn't be the worst thing. I think on the basis of things, I think I'm going to get rid of you because you're the stress eater. So let's have a go at this. Oh, we lost slow draw. That was one of your crit traits, I think. So Huzzah, you're now quicker in the first round of combat, which is always nice. Let's then move on. You can disarm that because you need stress relief. Okay. No further torches. Hopefully no further hunger. No buffs we can apply as of yet. In we go. Flesh take 2.
Contorting and ever expanding. This
Did the head stay where it was? Interesting. Right, harvest time. 2 sets of bleed. 152. But of course it has the sanguine, the heart of it, which will heal some of it. Next up, plague grenade. Unfortunately, it has 2 hearts at the moment, but we can do extra damage to those. Having done no damage thus far. 8. And resist that, because that's what he does. Right. So the thing we can damage the most will be this. 13. Maws of Life. Dodged. Good. Dog biscuits! Away! Oh, very nice. Okay, there's the reset. The things have stayed up. I wasn't expecting them to, actually. Okay, 9 damage to Plague Doctor, but he should be fine. He says being hopeful. Get more bleed. Anxiety Invasion for 7. And there's some Blight. Don't have a way of healing that at the moment, but we do have a Hound Harry. Okay, more Plague. Okay. Do any of them have moves left? I don't know. Might as well just go for the attack here. You've got less protection, so we'll go for that. 7 damage. Frenzy Fear. Didn't stun, which is good. 10 damage of 10 bleed damage. Oh dear god, look at the amount we've got stacked on him at the moment. $14 at the back. Unfortunately, he is doing a lot of damage now. Harvest time. 3 and another couple of bleeds. They haven't failed to get any one of these off yet. Nope, that's another 10 guaranteed. Look at it. They're just dead. I'm sure they are. Another 4 plus a couple of resistances. So it's not entirely done, but honestly, it's starting to look as if it is. 6. Yeah, I think this is done. It's just a case of can we survive? Who's going to die first? And we don't want it to be you. Death's Door. And he's bleeding. If he has a turn, there's a chance that will be lethal. But he's out. 30 damage, I think that was, at the back. Well, we went in with a plan, and that plan was successful. We return to the hamlet. with one to go. And plenty of loot. Okay, so we have everybody up to level 5, champion level. Let's go and resolve that. Wheeled Explorer replaces On Guard. Fated replaces Steady, and I think that's a move resistance. And you're obsessed with the paranormal. So, one veteran level boss to go. Oh yeah, I also had Ronald healing that, because that's one of the abilities I don't particularly like too much. So let's sort by level. Who have we got left? We still have, I think, 2 distinct teams here. So obviously we will want to take Weird System on 2 adventures to do this, and same with you most likely. I think the boss though means they'll gain enough. Oh, I might have messed this up very slightly. Very slightly. Unless I'm going to drag him on a higher level adventure, which I could still do in theory. But I think for the moment, we have to consider the profit. Also have to consider what's here for the moment. So a couple of level 1s. I think it might actually just only be increasing the chances of getting level 1s. Which isn't exactly what we want. So we need 11, don't we? Level 5 weapons.
A sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
So just another 44, and we have the blacksmith sorted out. And no, we need hero resolve level 5 if we can do that. Still, though, what this does mean, with the amount of money we got left, Slime Boy can have the Long Crusade. There we go, we have a level 5 weapon. Yay! So, we will consider stuff and things for the next time. So, until then.